Hey, this is Luke Charlton, and welcome to the Jumpstart Marketing Show. Really excited to have you here back again for another episode. Jim, say hey. Say hey.
Hey, hey. See how beating you said it, say it twice. I said it twice.
Well, this is one of our first episodes together on the Jumpstart Marketing Show. We're going to be doing these more frequently over the next months and maybe even
Right.
years. So basically, what we'll do with these episodes before we get into today's episode, maybe just set up what these are about, maybe just what we're trying to achieve with these short Jumpstart Marketing shows. Do you want to do that, or do you want me to do that?
No, I'm fine with it. Look, the biggest thing we're trying to do is, people, the attention span, of social media and your marketing and your sales. Look, a lot of things take your time up. Our goal is to have little 2 and 3 minute segments on a regular basis, hopefully 3 times a week, maybe 5 times a week. But we want to give you those most powerful education that we can in a very short period of time. And we can do it through marketing, sales, personal development. But what we hope to do with this show is actually take daily events that might have happened in our lives, or coaching calls that we maybe have been on without exposing anybody's specific names, expressing some of the concerns that they have if we see that's happening like 10, 20, 30 times in a month with clients. So what we want to do is take the most functional bits of information and give you the educational components. And if you put them all together over a period of time, you'll actually be able to build on what's going on probably in your life on a daily basis. And that's our goal, is to really help people on a daily basis improve the results, because it all comes down to results, whatever those results are.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the big thing is not overwhelming you. It's just about giving you short, actionable pieces on each episode, as in not trying to give you 10,000 different action points, just one lesson on each episode, and then you can go away and implement. Awesome.
Right.
All right. Well, with that being said, in today's episode, let's get straight into it. We've got about 3 to 5 minutes or so.
Yeah.
In today's episode, one of the things that Jim and I have noticed over the past, we've done about, I don't know how many, about 20 calls over the last couple of weeks with prospects. Some became clients, some didn't become clients. And one of the things that we noticed, it was like a common pattern amongst all of them, was a lot of them wanted to, a lot of coaches, we want to stand out in our marketplace, right? We want to be able to attract leads and clients and customers into our business.
Right.
But one of the things that I noticed, I don't know if you noticed, Jim, is that a lot of coaches are flying blind with their marketing. And what I mean by that is they don't understand what their, the right language to use in their marketing copy on their websites. They don't know about the right programs to put together. They don't know what blog posts to create to also attract their clients. They don't know what content to put in their presentations to close their clients, et cetera, et cetera. So what I've noticed a lot of coaches are doing is that they are guessing that content. They're guessing the presentations. They are guessing what to put on their website, and often it's kind of convoluted and not really focused. And
Right.
when you've got convoluted and unfocused content and presentations, then you're not speaking to your target market in a way that's going to draw them to you and attract them to you. So I don't know, before I get on how we can overcome this, have you noticed that, or what's your opinion on that?
Yeah, absolutely, dead on, exactly the same thing. In fact, I think, because those of you who don't know us, Luke and I really focus on helping people create a strong offer and a presentation. And what we've been noticing is as Luke was just saying, people have a tendency to speak to something that they're thinking, not necessarily something their target market is thinking. And sometimes they're so well educated that they're actually looking beyond how the target market actually communicates, or how they hear it, or how they want to see it. And we've discovered that a lot with actually just several clients in the last couple nights, days and nights that we've spoke to a couple people. They're communicating one idea, and within a matter of minutes, we're able to help them reshape their offer by letting them understand, well, this is probably what the client's thinking. And every single one of them is like, oh, I never thought of that. And the reason they never thought of that was because they haven't.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
What
actually,
we're going to discuss right now.
Exactly right. So we've got a formula for helping you become the greatest marketer in the world. And it's just what Jim just alluded to there. It's really, really simple. And the word that he was about to use was ask. So the reason why these coaches that we've spoken to over the last couple of weeks don't understand how to stand out in the marketplace, how to attract their dream client, how to build a presentation that sells, how to write the correct blog post content, et cetera, is because they simply haven't asked their target market. So if you want to become we're trying to oversimplify it here, but it really is this simple. If you want to become the greatest marketer in the world, all you have to do is simply ask. Go out and ask your target market. And what we mean by that is go out and interview them. It's very, very simple. So what you would do is you define your target market, your niche. Who is that dream client that you want to attract? Who's that dream client? Then use resources like Facebook groups, LinkedIn or LinkedIn groups, any other type of way that you can reach your target market, because once you define them, you'll be able to more easily find out where they hang out, online or offline, and simply reach out to them for a 10-minute interview to find out what's their biggest number one challenge at the moment. What if you build enough rapport, what are their biggest fears, their frustrations, and their desires? Because it's the challenges, it's the fears, the frustrations, and the desires that are going to make them eventually want to buy off you, because they want those resolved, right? They want this outcome, and they want their fears, their frustrations resolved. So if you want to become the greatest marketer in the world, it's very, very simple. You just ask. What are your thoughts on that, Jim?
Yeah, and asking sometimes becomes a little bit of a fearful thing for people. And we, especially with coaches and consultants, we want you to understand, you don't have to ask in a way that you're selling. In fact, one of the biggest challenges that coaches face is they think that every time they're talking to a prospect or a potential prospect, they're not even sure if they really are. They're focusing on their niche and the target, and they're afraid to ask because they think they're leading to a sale. If you go in with a certain level of confidence that you really just want the information, because you do, you can't go in as if you're a starving artist looking to pay the bills. You really are just trying to research. If you do that, you'll ask with a different tone of voice. You'll ask in a way that opens up the doors, and you'll ask the kind of questions that don't sound salesy. You'll ask in a way of, yes, what are the 3 biggest challenges you face? A lot of people, now I know for a fact because I've worked with a lot of large companies that have, they had telemarketers, they had direct mail pieces, and a lot of them were thinking that, as an example, in the coaching world, you think that lead generation is the number one concern for a lot of large corporations. Well, we as coaches might have lead generation as a desire. Luke and I have done surveys. We know in our case, the people that work with us have lead generation, but some of those coaches work with companies, small businesses, mid-sized corporations. Well, sometimes that's not the number one concern. Their number one concern is that you find out is, I've got an incredible high turnover rate. I can't hire enough people. I've got people showing up late for work. The culture here is horrible. There's all kinds of other challenges that people face. And then lead generation is like 4th, 5th, 6th, sometimes 10th on the list. So that'll give you a different approach. Once you understand their thinking, you can always modify your offer. And that's, again, where we often have been able to help people out, is modifying those offers to realize if you're asking the right questions and the people are giving you the answers, especially from their heart, you'll find out the truth. You'll find out how to have the better copywriting, how to have this most exciting headline, how to have that one blog post that says, oh, wait, I got to read this. That's exactly what my problem is. Once you've done that, your credibility, your expertise skyrockets, and now you're instantly bonding with that person, even if you've never said a word to them. They just read a post or an ad or, like say, a Facebook ad from you. So yeah, asking, you might be shocked. In fact, I know if people will spend some time, if they're not coaching coaches, if they're coaching the health and fitness professionals, they're coaching, in the life coaching circuit, they're small businesses, maybe veterans, whomever they might be coaching, they may be shocked. Spend a little bit of time and find out what's really their concern. Got to ask them.
Yeah,
got to ask.
Because they'll tell you everything you need to know. They'll tell you their objections to buying. They will tell you what blog posts to write. They'll tell you, how they need to be sold and the challenges they're looking to overcome as well. So please, I think the big message here, Jim, is to stop flying blind with your marketing. If you want to become the greatest marketer in the world, which is what some of the top copywriters do in the world, they the top copywriters, they get paid a lot of money, but 90% of their work is actually doing market research, is going out and asking that target market, what are the biggest fears, frustrations, and desires. They take that information, then they put it into a sales letter, and they use the same words that they got in their research. So please stop flying blind with your marketing. If you want to become the greatest marketer in the world, it's very easy. Just ask. So that's our message for today's Jumpstart Marketing show. And we'll see you on the next episode. Thanks, Jim.
Yeah, thank you, Luke. Talk to you soon, folks.
Cheers.